So, good evening to all of you and the few people who have been watching these streams throughout the day. Of course, there being a total promotion for the event, and Rick hasn't been able to come on to the live stream today because he's been really busy setting up. I've been Mr. Lazy today, and I've just been making streams and doing some field work. Rick, what's your feeling about the show?
I'm always excited. I love the people up here. I love the atmosphere. I love the energy. I even look forward to coming up here and getting set up. I get so excited about it. So yeah, I'm well up for it.
We've got more people here than most previous events. I think it's looking absolutely spectacular.
It's a nice feeling. We're always made so welcome up here as well. It's worth the three and a bit hour journey up the A1. But I've heard some people moaning about the weather, but I the sun always shines on the righteous here, and I came up here and the weather was absolutely fine. So
see, I don't think the weather really affects an event. In fact, I think if you have a really bright and sunny day, it actually can affect the event because people think, oh, well, I'll go tomorrow. And if tomorrow's bright, then they've blown it. Particularly as we've had such poor weather over the last few weeks. It's really been quite bad. So I know you're very partial to Newcastle. You're very partial to the people.
Yeah, they're just lovely and welcoming. I mean, it's just that real nice feel good factor, and you get a load of people like that into a building, and I honestly believe it affects the atmosphere in there. And I've got fond memories of coming up here about 3 years ago when I raced in there, my usual tired late form, and had 55 people sat there waiting for me to do a talk. As I ran around there. Ooh. And at 11 o'clock in the morning, it just shows you guys' passion for these events. And, it's an absolute pleasure to come up and demonstrate and work and read for people. It always lives long in my memory until the next year.
Rick, you've been working in this field now for over a decade. It's just flown by, isn't it? Since when we first met, 11 years. It's just absolutely bonkers. Yeah. Do you think it's evolved? Do you think it's changed?
I definitely think it is. It is now, and I think to actually have longevity in it, you've got to be prepared to be flexible. The sort of tried and trusted ways of just turning over a card or two, and I'm talking about my field, turning over a card or two and then just like going in and predicting. No, people want sort of counselling, they want guidance, they want reasoning why. Yeah. So you have to sort of switch, and when you came up with the title of that for me about spiritual counsellor, I thought it was a natural shift rather than forced because it suited my style of work.
And there was a lot of resistance to spiritual counsellor, but a lot of people use it now.
Yeah, it's funny. For me, there was no resistance because I look at all of the work that I do. I mean, yes, I want to connect with spirit because that's the way that I was trained, but I was also trained in tarot. But my heart is helping people. If you cut me through, it's always about I want to help people. I want to find out why things are going on and work with the energy around people. So it was a natural thing. I'm not actually a literal counsellor in the qualified sense, but we're talking about working with energies, which is for me is totally different. And it's amazing how many people draw back to that energy and go, you was the one that told me. And I'm like, right, I don't know, but it makes a difference, Ian. It's like having your own superpower, and it is such a thrill when you help somebody out of a knot, or that have struggled with something and they've gone down the conventional route, and you just throw in that word or just get them to sit in that energy for a while and promote self-belief. I could talk about it all day.
I think it's fascinating though, isn't it, that you can sit in front of somebody, and as you know, for many years, a lot of people sat in front of me. You can sit in front of somebody and just from literally from nowhere. And I think that's how I always think. From nowhere, you get this empathetic message, and you all of a sudden you're looking at somebody, and they change from skeptical to totally locked into where it's going. Do you still get a kick out of that feeling?
100%. Absolutely. I mean, I've sat there and I always work on the thing of catchphrase, say what you see. And you sit there, and this is why when we had this discussion this morning, asking people what their expectation is with a reading, because I'm not here in my eyes, to placate people. I'm here to bring through what I believe is being brought in and around them. The part where I play is where I structure what's coming down my channel, if you like, and then pass that across. But yeah, I definitely get a buzz. It's like a shiver. Sometimes it's like when you put your sat nav on, you put the postcode in and it gets you down the street. But when you put the number in and it gets you down the path, I don't think there's any better feeling.
Do you think there's a decline in people looking for spiritual ideas, concepts, and the benefits of the spiritual way of life? I personally do. I think people are missing a real major trick.
I'm going to be straight and honest as we're sitting here streaming. I think that there's too many people stuck in fight and flight. They're in that battle mode all of the time, and I don't think it's a case of ignoring the spiritual path. I think it's just that sometimes you get comfortable in discomfort and you just get your head down. And it takes a major life event, like we've in the spiritual family, we've had quite a few pass away over the last 2 or 3 years. And then all of a sudden, it's like doing a stock take. You look up and you go, oh my God, there's 3 years gone past and I've just had my head down. And I think the world and the universe has a way of just going, just hang on a minute, just pause. And you ignore it most of the time because you're busy or you've got other things on. But there comes a time where just like something stops you in your tracks. And I think even though it's a sad time, it's also an opportunity to reflect. And that's where I think you can be open to the more spiritual path.
And this coming weekend, what will you be doing?
I shall be mostly sat behind my desk trying to influence people and talk to them, selling my little card readings as well as doing readings. And also on this Sunday, I have a demonstration, I believe, that's at 11 o'clock again, where I talk about my spiritual journey, how spiritual work influences, and basically my journey. I titled it From God to Guide.
Yes. And let me just see if we can get some of these banners out so people know what's going on. And there you go. So let's just see. I'm just going to go out of that for a moment, Rick, because it didn't want to play, did it immediately? And it should have done. Yeah. So when you're reading, what can somebody expect?
So my structure is I work with tarot cards and oracle cards.
Yeah.
And it's like I say it to people, and I'm not being flippant when I say this. It's like having the nicest form of schizophrenia ever, because there's a definite split. So there's the professional side of how I interpret the cards and what I've been taught, but also there's that connection with the other side, the spiritual side that is coming in. And it's like having a running commentary coming through. So it's kind of like working on a theme and a structure, because obviously experience has brought that in for me, but then connecting in with your spiritual family. It might be your guides. It's little things sort of drip feeding the way through, and it's like conducting, I suppose. It's like bringing in all aspects of it to get the answers that the client's looking for. But I always make sure, I say nearly 9-10 years of reading, that always remember, certainly from my perspective, when you come to me, that your energy is paramount of my importance, your comfort, how you feel, because I will never, and this is one thing I can guarantee, leave you being any worse than when you first sat down. I'm always looking at ways of lifting your energy, finding alternative strategies to what you might come up against. And I'm absolutely convinced that when your energy and your vibration is raised high, then not only the connection around you in the universe increases, but also your ease to bring in other people from the spiritual realms.
Fascinating. So this weekend, 28th of February, 1st of March, we have the Newcastle Well Being Show. We've got over 40 people standing. There's a cornucopia of talks. We've got Miller's drumming, which is now proving to be very popular indeed. We've got, of course, Richard Hissett with his tubes. And there's Liz running behind us, frantically trying to find things to set up. We've got retail, plenty of crystals. We've got Mel Foot, of course, with his oils. We've got only three only four spiritual counsellors. So if it would be advisable if you come along, book in straight away, or else you may miss your spot. There are numerous therapists here, and we've got everything from, as I say, retail to therapy, holistic work, massage, reflexology. Come along, great few hours. Most people make a weekend of it. Rick, thanks for your time. You've had a really busy day and a very early start.
Yes, very 6 o'clock this morning I left home, and I can assure anybody that views this later on, I will not be this scruffy when you see me tomorrow.
Let's just have a quick look. We've got a comment here. Look, here's our Lisa Davis. Have a great weekend. We will, Lisa. Lisa's been working up in the northeast for the last couple of weeks. And did you see her live? It was very impressive.
I didn't this time, but I am a big fan of Lisa's. Yeah, and I've worked live with Lisa on there when she did an interview with me about my story.
Yeah, Lisa is an absolutely phenomenally capable lady, business-wise, a fantastic businesswoman, very, very smart, always very articulate, and a great supporter of the Wellbeing brand.
And a great dancer as well, Ian.
A very great dancer, but don't get too close when she's got those swords. That could end up being a bit grim. Thank you, Lisa. We really appreciate it. I think that we'll call it a day at that, because I genuinely know you're tired now that you were saying you want to go and get a shower and just to get something to eat and relax. Rick, thank you so much. I think we'll have a few more words tomorrow. Have a good evening, and let's look forward to the day.
Thanks, Ian. I'm looking forward to seeing you all.
Great. I'm just going to run a banner up now, a media asset up now, so that you can have a quick look, see who's attending. The Newcastle Well Being Show list. AP Inspiration, Bewitching Books, Bridget Ricks, Crystal Carols, Crystal Cave Online, Dr. Nair, Earth Soul, Elemental Balance, Essences of Nature, Friggy's Witch Emporium, Hands Off for Healing, Harmony of Soul, Matrix Drops, KMA Massage, Healing Truths, Hell Energy, Hello Mind, Holistic Hut, Lindsay, Magic Hands, Miller's Drumming, Mother's Cupboard, Northern Soul Therapies, Pocketful of Stones, Pyramid Lady, Reflexology, Richard Sound Therapy, Rick Paul, Rooted with Radiance, Saluna, Spirit Rocks, Spiritual Readings with Donna, Starlight Medium, Stephanie J. King, Tony Tobika, TN Personal Training, Tropic Skincare, Urban Monk, Valastorina, Wild and Present, Woodland Trust, Zendaloo, and that completes the list of 40 exhibitors. So we're still here. Rick, if you were going to have a therapy, what would you like? Do you like massage? Do you like reflexology? Do you like Reiki? What's your thing?
Right, so from a very young age, I've had issues with my feet. So reflexology, even though at the beginning I thought the thought of somebody touching my feet, like, oh God, but it is not like that at all. I'm very lucky in the fact that my wife is a qualified reflexologist. So it's kind of like, am I being a bit of a traitor? But no, it's worth the investment. The people here that are doing the reflexology really do know the stuff, and it provides comfort, so I absolutely love reflexology.
So TNN personal training, 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 personal training, a boxer size taster session might appeal.
Do I get to hit some punch bags and things like that?
No idea, but it sounds a bit good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Sounds like right up my street. I mean, despite all appearances, I do like the gym and training as well. So yeah, I'd be willing to look into that.
Yeah, superb. So there we have it. And look, Indian head massage. What's your feeling on that? Dr. Nair's Herbal Solutions?
No, I've never tried that. I mean, again, my wife is qualified in doing Indian head massage. So I've watched, but I don't think I've ever really had the full treatment.
It might get our hair back, Rick.
Hey, Ian, we're good, but we're not
Not that
miracle
good.
workers.
Rick, thanks very much indeed.
Thank
I'll speak
you,
to you
Ian.
tomorrow. And thanks to everybody who's been on. I know it's 5:30 on a Friday.
Wow.
You're never going to get a great deal of people. People are coming home from work and they're watching that. But truly, the Newcastle Well Being Show it looks absolutely fantastic in here. It is an excellent venue. Unlimited parking, very easy to find. I'm hoping that we're going to see and quite a number of people from Newcastle. I do actually know there are some people travelling up from Newark.
Wow.
And there are some people who are travelling up from Oxford. They were at the Newark show 2 weeks ago, and they're coming up here to make a weekend of it.
Oh, bon voyage.
So really nice. So safe journeys, you crew. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa, as usual, for all your support. Have a lovely weekend. Regards to John, and we'll say goodbye.
Take care,
Goodbye.
guys.
What do you
Bye.
say? Bye-bye.